A very warm good morning to all my lovely students. How are you all, children? Are you following the safety measures? Children, please study well and also give exercise to your body. So, students, today we'll be doing chapter 13 of English grammar. We did literature one chapter. Now this week we'll be doing grammar. Both the days, Monday and Tuesday, we'll be doing grammar. Children, we will be doing verbs. Chapter 13. I hope all of you know what is a verb. Verbs are words that show what the subject does, says, has, or is. What the subject is doing. Usually the subject is a noun or a pronoun. So what it is doing, that is called the verb. So doing words are called, or action words are called verbs. Now look into page number 63, chapter 13, verbs. Verbs describe actions. They tell us what a person, thing, or an animal does. What a person, thing, or an animal is, and what the person, thing, or an animal has. So you should remember that, children. Do and does. It talks about action that happens regularly. जो भी action regularly होता है उसमें हम do या does use करते हैं. And did, it happens when we talk about actions in the past. Whatever actions which has happened in the past, whatever we talk about that, we take did. Like the example given here is, I do my exercise regularly. This is an action which takes place regularly. The players did well in the field. Now did means whatever action they did, they played well in the field yesterday or day before yesterday or an hour before. So action which has been taken place in the past. My mother does all the household work. Now here the action is again happening regularly. So this you have to remember. Do, does talk about the action that happens regularly, जो रोज चलता है. Did tells us about the action in the past. Now verbs that show state of being. State of being means verbs which tells us when the action is being taken place. Is it in the present, in the past, or in the future? Usually for this class we'll be using verbs that show the state of being in the present and in the past. The word is, am, are, was, were. They are the forms of the verb to be. To be के जितने भी forms हैं वो है is, am, are, was, were. Now children, you have to be very careful when we are using anything in the present tense. We use is, am for singular and are for plural. And am is a word which is used only with I. किसी और के साथ आप am लगा ही नहीं सकते हो. Present tense in the singular form is. Present tense in the plural form is are. Is, are. For one person we use is, and for more than one person we use are. And was and were. Now was is used and were is used for past tense. कोई भी action पहले हो चुका है उसमें हम use करते हैं was and were. Okay, so was and were is used in the past tense, like was for singular and were for plural. So is that clear, children? So verbs that show the state of being are is, am, are, was, were. Now A verb makes a sentence complete. कोई भी sentence complete नहीं होगा अगर आपके पास उसमें verb नहीं है. Either it should be main verb, action verb, or it can be your helping verb or your state of being verbs. Whatever helping verbs we are using, linking verbs, helping verbs नहीं होंगे तो answer complete नहीं होगा. Is that clear to all of you children? Now the verb is, are, was, were, which I have already explained, was the forms of the verb, is the form of the verb to be, is and am are present tense, and was and were are past tense. Now let's see the example. I am happy today. It's again present tense. She is singing a song. Again present tense. Why it is used is because she is a single person. Subject is singular, then the verb followed will be also singular. She is one person, so we are using is. Now the children, now children are more, so we are using are. The children are shouting. Action is taking place in the present tense. Now fourth part, see, there was an old man in this building long ago. Now there was is used for past tense. So how many men there were? There was only one man. That is why we are using singular was. Now in the second sentence, the plural of was is were. There were many apples on that tree. Now how many apples? Many apples. There were many apples on that tree. So it is past tense. It is used in the plural form. Clear to you children? Now verbs that show ownership, possession, कि ये किसका है, कितना है, किसका है usually, किसका चीज़ है ये. When we talk about ownership or possession, we use has, have, had. Has and have is used for present tense. Had is used for past tense. Now the difference between has and have is has for a singular and have for plural. And had is used for past tense, both singular and plural. Has हम singular person के लिए use करते हैं present tense में. Have प्लूरल्स के लिए यूज़ करते हैं प्रेजेंट टेंस में. लेकिन पास्ट टेंस का सिंगुलर और प्लूरल हम हैड ही यूज़ करेंगे. Why I am saying it in both the language bilingual, so that if some of the child doesn't understand in English, that is why I am saying out in Hindi. Okay, now let's see the example of this. Now, I have many friends. See, now children, be very careful. I singular है. आप सोच रहे होंगे मैम तो अभी बोल रही थी आई सिंगुलर के साथ हैज़ यूज होता है. बट आई एक ऐसा वर्ड है ग्रामर में विच विल, और आई एंड यू एक ऐसा वर्ड है. इट इज़ अ वर्ड विच विल ऑलवेज टेक अ प्लूरल वर्ब. क्लियर? Now I have many friends. Again it is in present tense. Now she has a big house. Now she is singular, so they are using has. Now for have I can give you one more example. They have many friends. Now they is plural, तो they के साथ हम ये नहीं बोल सकते they has many friends. We have to definitely say they have many friends. Now third one, I had many storybooks in my childhood. I had many storybooks, so here had is past tense. Now some words, children, they directly express the action of the subject. They are also verbs. Like directly express करते, like mother is cooking in the kitchen. वो directly it expresses the action of the subject. Now I'm going to show you some pics. You can see the direct action of the subject. Subject मतलब person who is doing the work. Okay, direct action दिखा रहा है. Now see, Doing words or verbs, direct action. Reena is drinking tea. So drinking is a verb, it is a direct action. Second, Sunil is sleeping. उसका direct action दिखा रहा है. Sunil क्या कर रहा है? Sunil is sleeping. Now again, what is Deepak doing? Deepak is reading a book. So verb is actually doing work. कोई भी आप काम कर रहे हो, action कर रहे हो, that is verb. Now in the next picture you can see the boys are flying kites. अब boys ज़्यादा हो गए, that's why we are using are. And what are they doing? They are doing an action word, that is they are flying kites. Now can you see that baby? The baby is crying. What action the baby is doing? The baby is crying. So crying is the verb. So I hope children you have understood. Now you always see your mother in the kitchen. What does your mother do in the kitchen? What is mummy doing? Mummy is cooking. What is mummy cooking? That you don't know. So again, cooking is an action. So these are direct expression of the action of the subject. They are also verbs. I hope this topic is very clear. I'll be sending you the PDF with exercise A, B, C, D with all the exercises done in it, and I'll be ticking the exercise which you have to do it in the book and the exercise which you have to do it in the copy. So with this we end the topic verbs. Thank you children. Have a nice day. Take care. Stay blessed. God bless you.